please.
The time has come. Shields Hall.
Don't need volume on that advertising. I'll get some coffee going right away. Immediately. I'm going to make 6 cups today because it's kind of feeling like a coffee kind of day. Little chilly, if you will. Let's make sure that we don't film anything that we're doing here. Good work, elves. Oh man, so Black Friday's over. Ooh. Ooh. It's been a wild one. Got today, and then we're right into Cyber Monday. Oh my God, Cyber Monday. Oh wait, I forgot I'm doing another one. I'm not sure. I may have done too much or not enough there. I'm not sure what's happening right now. I'm still half asleep. There we go. Fascinating. Action cam. How's that grind? Too fine? Not fine enough? Well, that's the grind that we got. Give the old level and launch. I think I rinsed that out. Yep. And all the extra crumbs just go right in the old trash can there. Okay. Let's come back over here. We got some work to do. I gotta get the right thing going here. Sorry, I'm over here diddly daddling with my Okay, I think it's close enough to live. Okay, here we go. Gotta peel some potatoes. It's been brought to my attention that my microphone may or may not be on the right side of my camera, so we'll try to stay on the right side of the camera, which feels awfully left-handed to me, but whatever. We gotta peel potatoes. We gotta get a bowl out. I don't have a bowl out yet. A bowl, please. We're gonna go with that one. Make some room here. So, there I was, using my chrome-plated potato peeler. I think it'll peel your finger off, I know that for a fact. So, woke up yesterday, and unbeknownst to me, and according to, or not according to, the opposite of according, against all prevailing weather reports, it snowed. It's just like, oh my God. I had some pretty big plans for yesterday because it was supposed to be no wind, and I had some no wind shit I had to do. And I wake up and there's like 2 inches of snow, and the place I had to go to, the no wind place to do my no wind place, isn't really a place you go when there's snow everywhere. So yeah, that sucks immensely. It's completely out of my control and out of my hands, so I'm just going with, it's the way life goes. I'm not even getting this film very good. Sorry. But whatever. I mean, I'm trying to take the advice from my first bicep surgeon. Told me to quit trying to be in control of everything and just let it go, and it's super hard. And I'm just like, oh, okay, because I know what happens when I don't try to be, at least in the shit that like I'm around. If I'm not in control of that, it just starts spiraling and shit gets out of hand, and yeah, so whatever. That's fine. Everything's fine. Coffee's brewing, potatoes are peeling. I got a new, actually I think it's not new, I just haven't used it I kind of forgot I had it. And then the other day I was like, ooh, English muffins sound good. So we're gonna be using this thing today. See this little contraption? That makes an egg round when you cook it. You put it on the old griddle and you crack and you crack an egg in there and it makes it round. And then if you're lucky, that's approximately the size of your English muffins. Unfortunately, they're kind of big. I think I might be able to do the reverse and make them a little smaller. Is that a thing? Can you make them smaller? So we're gonna be trying the old silicone. These are silicone egg rings in the inverted position for the slightly smaller egg sandwich. I was gonna do bacon and all that, and then I realized. See, here's the problem though. Like I just saw this. The designers, see the clearance there? I think that's gonna rub, dude. Like, come on now. Why didn't you put that thing a millimeter farther up? Because I'm pretty sure that's going to make my egg, like... So stupid. See what I'm saying? That's going to hold the thing up, so I have to do them in big mode. So I have these giant-ass eggs. That's fine. Calm down. We're doing the Baby Yoda cup today. Why? Because it's clean. Isn't that a great reason to do things in life? Because, well, hold on. Yeah, Baby Yoda, and like obviously, no, they couldn't spring for Yoda on both sides. So that's, if you're right-handed, that's for your friends, so they can enjoy your graphic, not for you. You don't get to enjoy your own graphic. See, just a shitty white cup. Baby Yoda. I just realized I ran my dishwasher and it's 100% full of all the things that I need right now. I gotta get a spoon rest out. I'll go with the first one I can see. Problem solved. We'll deal with that later. So that works. You just close the doors on your problems and you deal with them later. And if you have a problem and there's a door, i.e. a dishwasher that's completely full, you just and then extract problem and close it back up. And then the problems are solved. It's so easy. It's so easy. Just to solve all your problems in life. So, yeah. I mean, last year at this time, I was just getting ready to come back from my arm surgery. I was a month out from being back. So I've been doing like just a lot of physical therapy and paying a lot of medical bills and a lot going out and not a lot coming in. So I didn't really get to enjoy my Black Friday last year like I would normally do. Which is, you know, that's how life goes. And I mean, I could cry about it, which I am right now apparently, and it doesn't change anything. But a year's gone by and things aren't quite the same, so I did it up this year on the old Black Friday. I didn't go crazy and buy a new car or anything, but like, I got too much stuff, but that's fine. Plenty of content. We're gonna have plenty of content coming up here. Don't you worry. Alright, I gotta get rid of these peels real quick, and then we gotta, oh man. We gotta cut those potatoes up and get them grinded up. And try to remember what the setting was on the air fryer. I'm sorry if the microphone's bad. I have to go this side. I cannot work the other way. I can't see what I'm doing. I can't zig when I should have zagged. I'm gonna go with halvesies on these. Should be plenty for the old potato chomper. Hopefully those fit in. If not, we will adjust. Okay. Let's feed the beast some potatoes. Okay, so this thing should be ready to go here. So that's all. Can't get your finger in there and grind it so it's live. I realized I didn't have this quite set up exactly perfect last time. It was slightly, ever so slightly askew. So we get the full action shot there. Here we go. One patata and vanquish your enemies. in the food processor if your enemies are in fact potatoes. And I don't know what it is about potatoes, but when you cut them up in little tiny pieces, you have to have more potatoes. So it seems like a lot of potatoes, but it's not. Like, some of it goes in the air or something. I really don't know where it goes. Some of it goes. So if you don't understand, there's a safety. So like, I can't grind my finger right there. There's a safety button that has to be depressed into this whole little situation here. So if you're worried about me hash browning my finger, don't worry. Me fingers is safe-ish, kind of. I can still grind my finger, I guess, technically. And this thing to come off, you're right, it's like a, it's a righty. Am I crazy? That's right, left. It's righty-tighty to come off. Like, come on, Cuisinart. Who literally is in your engineering department? Because that doesn't make any sense. Like, that's, I mean, there's backwards, and then there's what Cuisinart has done. All right, I got to come up with a strategy to get these things. I'm going to put a towel in first. Why does that bowl look filthy? Oh, it's because it is. That's fine. That's fine. Filthy bowl's fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great. We'll use the white spatula because you can't see the soap that's stuck on the white spatula. See? That's another strategy in life. I'm trying to decide if I want to let any spoilers out. Oh, man. I got a little project going right now. I don't know how it's going to work out. I thought about trying to film it, but, like, I don't know. I think I might just do it. It's not spend my whole life filming everything, but. So the project I have going right now involves me. I have to remove my refrigerator from my kitchen slightly. I have to move it, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal. Did you let? You did go to left. No. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. I mean, the handle does go. I mean, lefty loosey is counterclockwise. Righty tighty is clockwise. And yes, I guess technically I did push the handle to the left from the face of the thing, but it's rotating in a clockwise manner. See? Which is a righty-tighty, technically. I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying. Left, you shove the handle in relation to the face of the machine to the left, and it says right here, lock bolt to the right. But in terms of like threaded fasteners, that is a loosen technique this way, and that is a tighten technique this way. It's backwards for my brain, which, you know, take that with a grain of salt. And it is nice. I noticed they did put the bowl lock underneath the bowl, but like, why didn't they put that out here? I suppose they figure, hey idiot, eventually you're gonna figure this out, right? So we don't have to hold your hand. But like, man, I need my hand held. I think it's only because those things are so fragile, and I'm just like terrified that they're just gonna explode to like 100,000 stupid pieces. So, oh man. I found out that the local farm store that I thought was having Black Friday doorbuster deals, yeah, those deals are like 3 or 4 days long. They go forever. They're not doorbusters. And I went back and I ended up, like, they restocked the shelves for all the shit that I couldn't buy when I went there. And like, I woke up crack of dawn, crack-ish of dawn, to go get the doorbusters, and they weren't doorbusters. They're selling the stuff for like 3 or 4 days, no big deal. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I missed that. So last time I put bacon grease in here, and that worked really good. I think I'm gonna do that again. Hold please. I do have to get some melted though. I'm kind of doing this all backwards. I'm not gonna do a lot. I don't need a lot of bacon grease, just enough to lube the taters. So, yeah. That should be plenty. It's like less than a tablespoon. Isn't that less than a tablespoon? It's like one finger joint, and then it's like only an 1/8 inch thick. That's plenty. It's not too much, not too little. Get that schmelting. So like the next thing I have to figure out is I unfortunately may not have cleaned my air fryer as good as it should have been. It's kind of funny because of Black Friday, there's a lot of people looking stuff up on the internet, so I'm getting a lot more traffic on some of my older videos of like things that people purchased on Black Friday. I got contacted by a guy the other day. Let me check this grease real quick. Hold on. He was like, "Oh, dude, I got the same air fryer as you. I brought it home, and it smells like a chemical factory." And I was like, "Ooh, good." Because he'd watched my cleaning video and the smell thing. He got a bad one. So something happened where I think what the smell that was coming out of him was like some sort of industrial lubricant or something. I really don't know what it is. It's up inside the motor area. I think it's maybe the lube. Let's see, what do I need here? I need a spoon. But he couldn't get his out. He actually took it back to the store, and he said the store's reaction was just like, "Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to eat out of that thing." It's just like, oh, that's crazy. Like, how does? I mean, I realize the saying is shit happens, but things happen. We'll use potatoes as a mop. We'll mop that out with the potatoes. See? Perfection. All right, who remembers which setting I used? I think I used this. Did I use the snowflake setting? Because I don't remember. It was something 14 minutes or 13 minutes. Oh god. I have to watch my previous live stream to figure out how long I'm supposed to cook this shit for. I set one. I think I did snowflake because snowflake looks like hash browns, right? Was that my? Let's go find out together. Don't judge my dirty everything. Let's see here. Power, snowflake. No, that's French fry. Snowflake. 400 for 13 minutes. I think that was it. We're gonna go with that. I think the last thing I cooked in there was something that wasn't something that would kill me if it didn't get cleaned perfectly. So I'll be fine. And I guess if it does me in, then I'll be officially done in by my air fryer. There's worse ways to go. That was fancy. And then last time I just I didn't pack it. I just kind of fluffed it out a little bit to the edges. It definitely cooked a little more at the edges than it did in the center. So this time I think I'm going to maybe make it a little thicker at the edges. Does that sound like a technique that would be something I would employ? Because I know the edges definitely got more browned. So we're going to go with that. Okay, there we go. And power snowflake launch. There we go. Let's get this thing preheated. I did heat it up this morning, but let's reheat the preheat. I promised OJ on this live stream, so let's get that going. Find the dirtiest cup I own. So after last week, I was talking about because of the new economy we live in, we can only have a half a glass of juice. So I started looking into the juice glass sizes. Man, the internet's got some ideas about that. You ready? So a pint is 16 ounces, I think. A juice glass is supposed to be 8 ounces on a big one, and like down to 6 for a small one. Allegedly, and this is allegedly, the small juice size comes from the fact that up until fairly recently, i.e., like the people that are alive right now, but the people who currently aren't alive. People that are alive right now experience the fact that you just go to the grocery store, you buy a bag of oranges, and you get oranges, or you go to the orange juice section, you buy a gallon of orange juice. But about a generation ago, when I come to generation, I mean everyone that's currently dead, you couldn't do that. Let's see. Do you know why you get oranges in your stockings traditionally? Because oranges are rare and tropical and elusive in the winter months. So if you can get an orange in winter, you got something special. Like, go tell your friends I got an orange and you don't because you're poor and you can't afford shit. Like, yeah, an orange. Well, turns out, when you juice an orange, not a whole lot comes out. And I think it's if you take 2 oranges and you juice them, you get enough to fill a small juice cup. Da-da-da-da. What's that? Did I win the internet? Somehow I don't think I did win the internet, but that's what I learned. More of the stupider reasons I heard on the internet was, small juice glasses is because people that own buffets don't want you drinking too much orange juice, so they give you small juice glasses. And I'm thinking, I got some news for you. Small orange juice glasses were invented before all-you-could-eat buffets. I mean, that's for real too. It's because the hotel management's cheap and they don't want you to have a big juice glass. And I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, there's that, and there's, when you spill your orange juice and it goes everywhere because it's in a small glass. Actually, I started thinking about that too. I think I might have spilled a glass of juice at my relatives down south once when I was young. And I think they were giving us big glasses of juice. So maybe that's where, because I remember that conversation came up at my aunt and uncle's house about juice glass size. So maybe the second time after I spilled a big glass of juice, they went and bought small glasses. I have no idea. It's all elusive to me. It's all unbeknownst to me. We're gonna make giant eggs. I don't know how. I personally feel the griddle should be hot before I put this on there, because if it's too not hot enough, the egg will undermine the foundation of the silicone ring. So I got to have that egg start to cook right away. So we're going to try to, I got it at a 4.5. I did have this hot enough to clean the, yeah. Let's take a look at these Thomas English muffins. This was in a 2-pack. The other pack. So this is one thing I've noticed, Thomas. Okay, if you're gonna sell me 2 packs of English muffins, I don't know who your market is. I don't know if you're selling to restaurants, but like as a consumer, this type of packaging kind of sucks because there's no real good way for me to preserve the freshness of my Thomas English muffin after I cut this chintzy little bag here. So yeah, that's fun. So I gotta try to figure out how to cut a perfect opening and then slide it out without ripping. Which I've used this product in the past and it usually doesn't go well on the return. That's the other thing. That's 1 finger wide there, and what the hell is this, Thomas? It's like, come on, dude. How? I mean, I don't want to harsh it, but like, how hard is it to make them the same? I've eaten English muffins for quite a few years, and like usually they're like, is that how they're saving money? You're only getting half an English muffin on, like, that's the full size. Then they're giving you a 3/4 English, like I'm pretty sure they paid a dude a lot of money to figure out how to make them that way. He's like, well, if we only give them 3/4 on that half, we could save 1/4, and you could like 1, 2, 3. That's a whole English muffin and a half they're screwing you out of. God damn. Sold by weight. Yeah, I bet. Oh, not sold by weight. It's probably sold by the individual. 6 muffins. And yeah, you're supposed to use a fork to break these things open because it makes the fluffiness more fluffy than cutting. Did you know that? If you cut an English muffin, it's not as textured on the inside. It's a real thing. We're going to go let the steam out. We're going to go de-steam the... You ready for the steam blast? looking good. Limbs is half done. Oh, what the hell, dude? It powered down on me. What is happening? Something just glitched out. Now it's at 380 on Snowflake. 380 for 8 minutes. I don't even know how long I've cooked it for. Well, that's going to be fun. What the hell just happened there? It was giving me the shake symbol, wasn't it? Or the shake sound? Whatever. So anyways, I suppose I said, oh, I gotta pull my refrigerator out today. I don't think I finished that sentence. Which normally is no big deal with a standard situation. You just roll your refrigerator out. But me, because I'm me, I determined that hunching over like a troll to look at your refrigerator is for trolls. So when I did my kitchen, I put my refrigerator a full 1 foot in the air, elevated. Why? Because I'm fancy like that. Here we go. Eggs going in. I don't know if I'm live right now. Well, I got a weird thing on my... I think it did it. I think we're in there. I think we did it. I think we're good. Let's throw the muffins down. The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? I'm not going to tell you how long it took me to find that silicone ring this morning, but it was kind of embarrassing. I literally was like, I'm running out of cabinets. I don't know where it could be. Oh, shit. I don't have a spatula. That's not good. Are they all dirty? We're going to say this one's clean enough. That just did corn tortillas last night. Yeah, we'll do that. So I think I can lift this thing up now. Nope. Shit! Sure can't. I failed. Well, that seems extra hammered on for some unbeknownst reason. Well, it's an egg shape in a roundish fashion. Put some pepper on that though. That's fine. Everything's fine. I should have peppered it before I flipped it. Still working on that being perfect. I haven't quite achieved perfection in life. Getting close though. Well, that plate's dirty. Why is there a dirty plate in the... Okay. We're going to go with that color plate today. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little pressure on this cheese because last time I got one of these cheeses, man, that shit went bad quick. I feel like I gotta eat cheese like faster than normal now. I don't know what is anyone else noticing this? The dairy? Dairy ain't lasted very long. Like I got dairy going bad before like the go bad date, and it's not even close. And here I'm filming shit off camera again. Okay. So we got the big block. What I might do, I might vac seal half of this. Because I'm having problems getting through them. I don't know what it is. I'm getting about 3/4 through and they're going bad. And I know it says on the little information thing that like you're supposed to eat it in so many days, but like, I mean, oh, yeah, that's not even close. Crank this thing up to some toast on. All right, let's go check these real quick. Ooh, a steamy guy. Keep going. I don't want to overcook this egg. I feel like the egg is Anybody feel like that's sticking? Anybody else feel that way? Because I sure do. Did I not give it enough bacon lube? How much bacon lube do you need in life? try again. I don't know how this is going to work. Eggs, please. I feel like I'm doing open face sandwiches again for some reason. Turn that down a little bit. Alright. That's the way I want it. Yeah, that's ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Mick, some round two! Yeah, that's right. See if I can screw that up. It's always possible. Well, god damn it, I don't have any silverware. It's all my dishwasher. Alright, we're going to do it very really like the French. How a French person would do it, right? With a beard. That's not bad. Let's do the salt pepper now while we're thinking about it. Uh-oh. Battery power fail. Sometimes the batteries pop out. Yep. See, I had one pop out right there. Now, you may say to yourself, why in the hell are you using battery-powered grinders? Well, I'm not, obviously, because that piece of shit's broken. How did that work 1 second and it doesn't work now? Can anyone explain that to me? What am I missing here? You're in, you're in. We're all in. Okay, well, that's fun. We gotta back out before the power goes out. Jesus Christ. Ooh, my yolks are running, I like that. Alright, let's try it. Oh yeah, that's way better. Whoop! Ooh, got a little flavor on that one. I gotta get a knife and fork. I can't just keep eating like a French man. I know there's a fork in here someplace! That knife. I could have gone to the other drawer, but then I gotta count the silverware, right? I got the drawer that you count, I got the drawer you don't count. Is that weird? Well, this is the small one. Oh my god. Success. Cheese. Let's turn that off. Now these are pretty good. I might have a couple of these. Because they're only half sandwiches, right? So anyways, I'm going to do a spoiler. The reason I have to move my refrigerator is I've come up with this concoction of an idea. Oop. How do we do? Looks pretty good. All right, so let's go through the whole Black Friday absolute ridiculous state of my mind. So, the Black Friday has evolved over the years, right? And I know, Black Friday's been around for 50 years, blah, 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 like whatever. Like, the type of Black Friday I'm talking about is the one that we're familiar with, in the sense of like a major shopping holiday, whatever. Back in the day, it was like way back in the day. We're talking like 20-something years ago. It was regular price things on sale for a good deal. If you showed up early, you got one. Limited supply. And I did that. I've had a lot of fun doing that. We'll eat half now and half in a little bit. Oh, that's gonna fly on the floor. And then it changed to, they started making like specially produced garbage that was shit, and that pissed a bunch of people off. Well, what it's turned into now is just a bunch of, everything's for sale. for like a week. That's right. Home Depot shop vac, great example. Well, that was the transition between regular shit on sale for a good price and a specially made product. If you think real hard, the shop vac was the shop vac, but they stuck that cheap, chintzy little garbage hose on the end with all little tiny, cheap, chintzy fucking attachments, which I still have and I still use. That's how they got the price point down. That was a special thing for Black Friday. I still have mine. It's mine, and I still use a little stupid hose. Anyways, as of late, the new trend is it's just shit on discount. I'm sure they still make specially made stuff. So like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just a consumer, right? Like, I know that. I like to get into things like, so like my things like the holiday shopping. Like I get into it. So I've been scouring the deals, man. What's the deals? Oh, hey, Jeremy. Welcome to the stream. You still have the demo? Yeah, exactly. So does Boss Man. And he rages over it. Anyways. So I was looking for a deal, right? Looking for a deal. Couldn't find a really good deal. And I stumbled across something, and I know this is going to be controversial, even for some people in the comments. I'm going to get a bunch of, oh, you did it wrong. I found out that they were doing robot vacuum deals, right? The robot vacuum. Well, when it comes to robot vacuums, there's like many different kinds, but there's kind of, there's a dividing line. There's the cheap ones that suck and just bounce around your house randomly and do random shit and you have to deal with it all. Or there's the nicer ones that map and self-clean and deposit the trash for 30 days. And you can get mopping ones that change their own, like all this spectrum from no name or less than $50 to like $1,200. This is the range of these vacuums now. And I don't know shit about any of it. But it's Black Friday, so I can't shop for best rated because best rated may not be best deal. So I'm going for best deal, right? Most off. Well, it turns out that the Kleenex or the rollerblade or the dumpster or the whatever the name, the Band-Aid version of robot vacuum is Roomba. That's the one that it's just whatever. I don't know if it's the best, but it's the one that people think, it just comes to mind. So Roomba, they had some Roombas on sale. They came down to this. It came down to the base one for over $100 off. Or the old best one they made, which I think was the i7, for like $800 off or $600 off or whatever, but still quite expensive, like $400 or $500 for the goddamn thing. One's dumb, just bounces around your house. You have to clean it. The other one maps and has all this shit and like self-empties and all that. So when I first started like figuring this out, I literally, every human being I interacted with, whether I was on a video game, face-to-face, the first thing I would say to them is, do you have a robot vacuum? And then, oddly, almost all of them said, yeah. And I was like, tell me your experience. What do you... And the answer I got was... Get the one that self-empties and maps. The other ones suck. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. You know, get the good one. When I start reading into it, this is where it's going to get great. They were doing beta testing on one of their newer machines. And, like, I don't know if people realize this. Some of them cameras are actually cameras. And there was, like, information that, like, got leaked out from the beta test. And one of the images was a lady sitting on her toilet going to the bathroom. So, like, low angle, though, don't get me wrong, because it was at the floor. But it's like, holy shit, that thing is just taking video of your house, and it's hooked to the internet. Like, I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist, don't get me wrong, but, like... So I started reading up on the metadata coming out of your robot. Well, we're not going to do anything with your metadata. We don't sell it. It's like, all right. I mean, I was born on a day, but I wasn't born yesterday. They're still collecting collecting that shit. I mean, they promise not to do anything with it, but they're still collecting it. Holy Christ. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I mean, I carry a cell phone with me. I get it, and it's always on or whatever, but like... So I went with a cheap one. And I had people tell me, whatever you do, don't get that one. It's a piece of shit. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to roll the dice. But here's my also theory. Because I live in a mansion. And in my mansion, with all my furniture in my mansion, I don't really have what's traditionally known as rooms. You know, like look at the big room. What I have is paths. I have hallways. My whole house is just hallways. About 4 feet wide. There's not a single place in my house that's wider than 4 feet before you hit a television, a couch, a chair, a table, some sort of a immovable object is every 4 feet. And I'm thinking like one of them stupid dumb robots. It'll be like a pinball machine, just bing, 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 bing. Every 4 feet, just ding, 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 just bounce around. Bing, ding, 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 ding. So I'm going with that. So you said, Elves, well, you were talking about moving your refrigerator. So here's the thing. When I raised my refrigerator in my kitchen 1 foot, I, in my infinite wisdom, had the plan of in the future, I was going to put big giant drawers under my refrigerator so I could store stuff, bulk storage. Because they're about 18 inches wide and 3 feet deep. Just some big old roller cabinets. And if you know how motivated I am to do anything in life, unfortunately that project has never been completed. But what I do have is these giant holes under my refrigerator. And I'm thinking... maybe my little robot vacuum can live under my fridge and it could just come out like a little creature coming out of its burrow, you know, like groundhog. We're going to try it. But I got to have power. So there is a power plug in the back on the platform. So I got to pull the fridge out, drill a hole through the deck, put a power cord, like an extension cord, and then have it. So I got to do that today. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. Then I was reading about, what is it, the requirements for parking these things. Well, the instruction says, I download a copy of the instructions, place docking station as a charging docking station. This one's smart enough to come back and charge itself. You must have 3 feet on either side for a total of 6 foot wide and then 4 foot out. That's a 4x6 square. I was like, dude, I don't even have that anywhere in my house. I don't even, like, where am I going to find a 4x6 square big enough? I got the 4 feet in front, and I measured, it's probably about 6 inches on either side, I think. No, 3 inches on either side. I don't know. It's either going to work or it won't. I have no idea. That's my plan. And I was trying to remember how I got the refrigerator in that hole. I put my brain on reverse mode, try to think about it. Well, when I installed the thing, it's not as easy as you'd think to lift a refrigerator 1 foot in the air. So what I did is I brought my pallet jack in, my hydraulic pallet jack. Brought that in my kitchen because how else would you do it? Put the pallet on the pallet jack, put the refrigerator on the pallet, jack the pallet jack up, and then somehow made the next 3 inches because it comes up a little short, and then I pushed the thing in. Somehow, I don't even know how I did it, but I did. And I went to do that again the other day, drug the pallet jack in, put the pallet on. Well, the pallet I've got is one of them plastic ones, the industrial plastic ones. Well, that's way too big to fit in the, so I had a different pallet, and it's too, I'm just like, well, that didn't work. But at least I drug a pallet and a pallet jack into my kitchen. Like, when was the last time you had a pallet jack in your kitchen? That was fun. Whatever. It's just crazy. So, I gotta go find cinder blocks. I'm gonna put it on cinder blocks, I think. I made a power cord. From scratch. I custom made a power cord. Wrapped it in a shroud so the mice can't chew the cord. So if it all works out, I'm gonna have this little robot. And I'll tell you where I got the idea. So when I was shopping for this vacuum, you know, I'm on the internets, looking to see who's got the best price. And it just so happens that, like, everybody's selling it for the same price. Well, not say everybody. I'm pretty sure you could buy one of these things at, like, a gas station for the same price. I mean, I bet it's probably dude on the side of the road selling these things for the same price. But when I was at Best Buy's website, perusing, I happened to notice under the price they had one that was called Open Box. It was like, ooh, Open Box. I'm a big fan. Heavily discounted. Like down sub $100. And when I was shopping the vacuum, some of the vacuum selections, they would say, well, so I'm on the I'm on the super version of the website that tells you where you live. So I got that up, so it's got my town in there. And not every vacuum has an open box option. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's so customizable that it knows where I live, that it knows where the open boxes are. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna go out there and check that thing out. So I jump in the car the next day, drive out to Best Buy to look at their vacuums. They look at me like I'm crazy. Like, we don't sell open box here. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm sitting there shooting the shit with the dude. You're an expert. Do you have one? Blah, 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 blah. He's like, no, but we bought one for my aunt, and she keeps hers under the couch. And it just shoots out from underneath the couch like the Jetsons or something. And that's what sparked me. I was like, no way, because I was going to stick it underneath my kitchen table because I sit at my kitchen table sideways. My feet don't go under the table. I side saddle, I guess, just because of the way it's set up. Oh, wait, what do we got here? Oh, dude, I got a bunch of new shit. Stay tuned, buddy. I got so much. Well, did you see the last, 3 videos? Those are all brand new tools, dude. That's new. You see the video on that? Pretty sure I posted that. I used the hell out of this thing already. It's the greatest. This is the greatest light I've ever had in my life. You know why it's the greatest? Because look, it just sits there. And I can have the light literally that way or that way. And then I can have it in any version of this way or this way. That's every single angle on the planet Earth that's available as far as I'm aware on angles. And it just sits there. It's got a base. And if I need a little higher, it's got a hook. Oh, wait. See? Right here. The robot won't ever find the base on its own since it's a dumb robot. But if you set it in the kitchen and tell it to go. So, all right. See? I mean, I know you're one of the ones because I've talked to you about robots before. And I think you had a dumb one and you're like, never again. Anyways. So here's the other conundrum I have. My magical house, which is supposed to be fairly one level, kind of is 2 levels because the guy who originally built it was shit. So there's a step into the office area of about a standard step, but the same floor goes into the sleeping area, and that step's only about this big. Just, it's like a fun house. So my robot isn't going to be able to make it to the other half of the house, and I realize that. So my options are get a second robot at some point, or move the robot. And I think the way I understand that works is you can just pick your robot up, set it down, hit the clean button, it'll just bounce around. When it feels like it's getting tired and it can't figure out, or it can't go anywhere, what it does is it goes back to wherever it goes approximately back to where you set it down originally. So if you started at the charging station, then it goes back to the charging station. So for me, well, I've got this ledge. I got a ledge of about that high right at my kitchen. So I don't know if it can do that ledge. I might have to put a threshold in there. I really just need to do my kitchen because, I don't want to talk about too much. Your robot can or cannot find it. I assume you meant cannot. I don't want to get too big into it on my live stream, but I never used to have to deal with picking food up off the floor, and as of lately, I've had to pick a little more food up off the floor than I'm usually used to. Yeah, exactly. Well, so here's my thought. If this stupid robot works out, one of two things. If it works out, because like I said, it's just a bunch of 4-foot hallways. If it works out, I'll just grab another one and just throw it underneath the drafting table, and it can live underneath there. It can crawl underneath the drafting table, and it can do the drafting room, the office, and the bedroom. If the thing doesn't work out, I'm gonna throw it in the fucking trash and just go back to not vacuum my floors like I do right now, and then like once or twice a year, I'll be like, God, that shit's so thick, I'm gonna vacuum that up. That's how it is right now. My dumb robot can find its base from anywhere. Oh, it can. So So I talked to you about this. SC Grandma's got like a super Chinese no-namer one. And she's happy with it. So I don't know. I did learn some things. One of the things I learned is there are many robot vacuums that struggle with going from one color surface floor to another color surface floor, especially to a dark section. And what it is, it's the cliff detection technology. The robot's seeing that contrast and it thinks it's a cliff. So it's like panicking. Well, I saw a thing on the old interwebs that said you can take a piece of white paper, laminate it with packing tape, clear packing tape, and then cover those sensors, and the robot will no longer fear the cliff. But if you have stairs, it's going to fall off your stairs, so that sucks. I'm just going to eat a half a pan. You'll be fine. Well, I don't have a choice. It's going to be here tomorrow. It's literally, this is my favorite part. Now my salt's broken? Come on now! What's happening right now? Leaping batteries? So my package, which is being delivered by the fine folks at United Parcel Service, apparently they decided because it's the holiday season, they're only going to do packages Monday through Friday if you get it delivered via their ground service, which, hey, it's back alive. Which I call bullshit on. But anyways, my package is here in town it's at the facility. But they wouldn't let me come get it. They're closed on Monday. No! Mine is going to come back and it's going to crawl back into its hole. And it's going to go into its little cave because I'll tell you why. I'm moving my refrigerator. I built a power cord. I'm drilling a hole. Plus I have to build a whole new platform underneath the refrigerator in the pocket because the old kitchen and the new addition and that section are 1.25 inches different heights. Don't ask me why, but that's just what happens. So I have to build a platform of 1.25 inches back underneath so it's level with the kitchen floor. And I'm doing all that shit so my robot will live under the refrigerator and it will go back to its hole and it will come out when I ask it to. Don't tell me any differently. It has to, right? It's a Roomba, dude. They're good. I don't know, whatever. This is what I'm hoping for. Somehow I don't think it's going to happen, but... So I did find some reviews on it, and it is the absolute peak, most bestest, nothing better, dumb, smart robot out there. In the hierarchy of budget friendly, it is the best budget friendly. I guess it's goddamn amazing on carpet. It outperforms $1,000 units on carpet, apparently. So that's cool. If you believe what they tell you. I don't know if I do, but I'm going with that. So anyways, yep, we're going with that. It's going to be here tomorrow. Pretty excited. All I got to do is figure out how to get my refrigerator out, drill a hole, and I'm going to permanently install this power cord, and then hope that it doesn't get jiggled loose. Should be fun. It's all because the dude at Best Buy told me that his ants comes out from underneath the couch. And just and I got that visual, and I just thought, oh, that's gonna be so cool. Like I thought to myself, God damn, my couches are too low. I'd love to have mine shoot out from underneath the couch. It'd be so awesome. I mean, it'd be like that would be like living in the year 2023 to have your fucking robot vacuum just shoot out from underneath the couch, claim, then go back away. You know what I mean? Like that's the way it's supposed to be. And I'm not judging anybody or harsh, but like when I watch videos of people and their robot vacuums, you know what I see almost 100% of the time? I see this big albatross of a big black ugly piece of plastic just sitting next to the wall with a sad power cord kind of droop with still the bend from the packaging kind of zigzagging and then like going to the closest plug. And it's just like, I look at that shit and I'm thinking, that's so fucked up looking, like, Jesus Christ. And I know that if you've got a self-emptying one, there's not much you can do because they're tall, but it's just like, I mean, whatever. I'm not going to tell people how to live their life, but like, if I was building a new house, I would have built a specific location for a fucking robot vacuum. So it didn't have to look all stupid and just sitting out in the middle of the room. That's just me. Like, it's just crazy to me. I mean, it's obviously, unless like there's some sort of technological end, they're just going to keep, like, it's going to become standard. Like, it's just going to be a standard thing, I think. Like, I actually talked to somebody who owns, oh yeah, for sure. I talked to somebody who actually owns the mopping version ones, and they're like, they love it. The only thing was, and I'm sure they're going to figure out how to solve this, there's a lot of maintenance, if you will, with a robot vacuum. You have to maintain it. So once they figure out how to have the robot maintain itself, that'll be a wrap. So like with the mopping one, they're like, oh, you got to stay on top of the mopping pads. Like you got to always be on those. You can't have them, because they get dirty, they'll just spread dirty dirt all over. And I know that the robot vacuum, like legs and their brusher beaters get the hairs in them, and you got to clean those out periodically. That's just one more step in the technology. They just have to figure out how to self clean the self clean mode, right? It's like air conditioning in your car. You can buy a car without air conditioning. I'm sure you can. They don't make very many of them, and they're pretty low end. Well, that's what it's going to be called, a plug-in vacuum. That's an air conditioned less car. No air conditioning in that car. You're just doing it. Well, then you can get regular air conditioning in the front. Yep, I got that in my Subaru. Well, they also make air conditioning in the back. That's fancy. And then they make air conditioning in the seats. That's fancy. And they make air conditioning in the seats in the back. That's fancy. So it's like there's different levels of fanciness. That's how the world's going. I'll show you. That's where he's going to live, right there. That's where my vacuum's going to live. My floor is dirty. But I got the straight shot clear to that room there in the hallway. It's a straight shot for the robot to get lined up. I'm working on transitions here. So that's like about an inch. It's about an inch. I don't think he can do that, so I'm going to have to put a transitional threshold there. Yeah. Well, I just kicked all that shit underneath there for, so that's the other spot it can live, underneath that trash pile there. That's my shoes, my boots, a piece of mail fell down, and my fire extinguisher. That's where I was going to put it. And it may have to go there. And I'm okay with that. Like, that's a bunch of shit that was, like, stuck behind the fridge. I started getting ready to move the fridge. But whatever. That's fine. Everything's fine. I think I overcooked my hash browns. They're kind of crunchy. So that's fun. The local farm store, they went nuts this year with the rebate, it's free stuff. Oh man, I'll tell you what. I went back to the farm store. They had more batteries. Like when I went there, I thought it was Doorbuster, and I wanted some AA batteries for free. And they only had AAA, so I bought 2 packages of AAA batteries, like a big package, on sale for $5, but you get a $5 rebate to go spend it back in the store. I found out you could buy 10. Oh my god, I only bought 2. Don't ask me. But I went back and I bought 2 more of the AA's, so I'm good. I think. I mean, stockpile of batteries, I guess, but at some point they start exploding and melting everywhere. Oh man, an hour's gone by already. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up. I only want to go an hour. Oh. A little bright light there, guy. So, oops. I thought about just leaving my floor as filthy as it actually is and just letting that robot go and filming that shit, because I watch a lot of robot vacuums, right? Testing vacuums, and what I see is, you know what I see? I see people taking cereal and just pouring it on the floor. Will the robot suck a bunch of poured cereal? It's like, I've never just held a box of cereal and like, you know what I got? I got a potato peel there. There's some whatever the fuck that is there, and there's some of them things there. That's what I got. I don't take potato chips and crush them up and then put them on the floor and see. I was like, I got a little bit. I mean, life. There's life all over my floor, so I just need I think I might do that. I might make a video of just my vacuum sucking up the residual spilt life on my floor. I'll probably have to edit though. Fast forward. I mean, knowing my vacuum, the first thing it's going to do is leave the kitchen. The other problem is I have a rug that's going to be problematic. I know it is, because it's like an old, loose rug. So maybe I have to figure out how to tape that thing to the floor, or I have to get a new rug, because it's too... It's like the consistency of this... it's just... The robot's just going to do that to it. Just... Burp, burp. So that's fun. But I walked around and I was like, well, I just got to pick all my shit up. And that little thing, hopefully it'll just, the emptying part though, I know that's going to be an issue for me. I'll have to empty it and I assume it lets me know when it's full. But, I mean, I can get a self-emptying one in the future, I guess, if I like it. I just know I'm eventually, if I... 2 GoPros. What do you mean I need 2 GoPros? One facing forward and one backwards, like on the vacuum? I don't know if I want my house, like... So the way it works at my house is, if your vision is very much varied from where my eyes are, you're going to see shit you're not supposed to. Like if you're really tall, you're going to see things that haven't been dusted, and the paint ain't right. Yeah, and if you're really short, you're going to be looking up, you're going to see shit that ain't right, and it's like... I can't imagine what you would see if you were down on the ground looking up. You'd probably see cobwebs. They don't let you know when they're empty. Oh, they better. It better goddamn let me know. How will I know? It has to let you know. What I'm getting has a sensor on the bottom. Underneath it. A sensor. And it can detect with this, it's like a dirt sensor. If there's extra shit in that area, it'll detect that there's more shit in that area, and then it'll start going in like a circle pattern, because it's like, oh, there's like someone took potato chips and crushed them up and put them on the floor. Like, yeah, like this one has that technology. It's pretty crazy. It's the 694 if you want to look into it. It's a dumb robot, but it's like a good dumb one, I guess. Some people are like, it maps. Like it don't map. They just don't clean well. No, mine does. That's the thing. It's got the double sweeper. So Like mine does amazing carpet, I guess. It's like it does carpet better than it does hard floors. So the Roombas, the new ones have two like silicone brushes, I think, that like spin in opposite directions and like lift the shit in. But mine has the older technology. It actually has like a bristle brush on one side, like a comb, or no, not a comb, like a hairbrush, like a bristled brush that spins on a barrel, and then it has a silicone brush on the other side. Maybe. I mean, from what I heard, that bristle brush it does the carpets real well. I guess so we'll find out. And it's got the little spinny thing, the little corner getter, whatever. And there's like a gold sensor on the bottom that some sort of like I don't know. It detects dirt is what it said. It was a dirt detector. So like if it finds like if I spill coffee grinds or something, it'll like, oh, there's extra coffee grinds here, and it'll like work that area a little bit more. The thing that I'm very excited for is, well, it'll probably kill it, but if you ever use firewood as either a secondary or primary heat source, you have this thing called ash. And ash gets all around the fireplace, right? We're going to see how the old Roomba... I definitely made sure to use the credit card that doubles the warranty. I definitely looked into that before I bought the thing, because I'm like, it is going to fucking get... it's going to get smoker's lung, right? My poor robot. We'll see. I was just trying to envision, like the mapping ones, because they're supposed to do the more straight line pattern, right? And I get that. You got a big fancy house, a big fancy room. You don't want all that fucked up crisscross shapes in your carpet, right? But I'm literally looking, and I was like, huh. Like the longest straight shots in my kitchen, it'd be like 4 passes, and it's a hard one. It's like there's just no, it doesn't even. There's just, it's all hallways. Like I literally live in an endless hallway. It's a nonstop hallway. Everything's a hallway. Anywhere I go in my house, I can touch with like this span here from this hand to, there's nowhere I can go in my house where I can't touch something. I literally can't go anywhere and not get to a point where I can get 2 hands on, like maybe here, like in my kitchen. There's like one spot in my kitchen where I can't touch my refrigerator or the counter. Just one spot. And that's where the robot's going to go in and out. Everywhere else, it's like basically a bird's width. I can touch TV, the couch, chair, the wall, the book cabinet, the dresser, the pinball, the wall. It's all within hand's reach or less. So I just think a little bouncing around dummy robot, just let him run. Could be fun. Anyway, the deed's done. I did it. Despite literally, not even exaggerating, every fucking person I talked to was like, don't do that one. I had one guy get mad and start, don't you fucking dare do it. It's one of the guys I game with. He's like, you're gonna fucking hate it. It's a piece of shit. He's the one that said it wouldn't vacuum. It won't vacuum my goddamn rug because the rug's dark. You know, I was like, well, I don't know anything about that. So I looked into it. It's like, oh, it's because the fall detection. It thinks it's a cliff. Like it's going up to the edge. It sees your dark carpet. It's like, no, I don't want to die. But I do have one set of stairs. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I do have some, it's supposed to be, I had some carpet that was installed light. It's no longer light. It's more of a dirt brown tan. Anyways, and then it goes to a dark floor. I don't know how that's going to work. I think the magnet strips, I'm going to have to put a magnet strip in front of my staircase and then tape over the fall sensors. Maybe the thing will just launch into the drafting room and then it'll just get stuck down there. But I've been assured my vacuum, if I get the dumb one, will get stuck constantly. It'll always be stuck. And it'll be stuck on the stupidest places, I've been told. And it's like it's drunk. And I'm kind of thinking, man, that might be like entertaining for me. Like, that could be fun. You know, I considered like programming it so it comes out underneath its little fucking hidey hole when I'm making breakfast in the morning. Like, oh, my little robot. Hey, friend. And I can have coffee, hang out with my friend, and as it bounces around, it could be fun. We'll see. I'm just trying to decide what to name it. The final couple of contenders was either going to be, I might call it Birdbot or I don't know. or Robird? No, Roberto. I think it's gonna be Birdbot. I'm real with that. Old Birdbot's gonna live underneath the fridge. Come on for snacks. You're doing it. So what are they getting stuck on? That was the other thing. The guy told me from the online. He was like, they get stuck on nothing. And I'm like, whatever. I mean, the way I look at it now is like, there ain't nobody vacuuming right now. Literally. I mean, a couple times a year, it gets so thick that I have to vacuum. So I'm like, if this thing could just do something, it'll be like so much better than it was, especially in the kitchen. The kitchen is getting out of control. I mean, there's nothing picking up. Yeah, like all that hash brown that I spilled, that's still going to be there in a half hour. Whatever. All right, so I got to go dig out some cinder blocks from the fucking snow. I need to plow my driveway too. Whatever. I've gone too long. All right. Hopefully I got your blood pressure up about buying the wrong vacuum. Whatever. It happens. Don't worry. I spent the difference in the sofa feet. So I don't have sofa feet. Like my shit's all down low, and I measured, and the things that are like not down low, it should go underneath. I was concerned about like my fancy coffee table. It should fit underneath there. That should be fine. And I was concerned with like underneath my wood block. It should go underneath there, so it should be able to get underneath there and find its way out. It's just the rugs. I got a couple rugs that I may have to replace or just go without. But anyways, the money that was allocated to buy the fancy one, don't worry, we're not saving that money. We already spent that on something else, and that'll be revealed in a future video. So if you were worried about that, don't worry. We went from one fancy ass fucking bells and whistles complete, top of the line, like it was either last year's or 2 years ago. I don't know. It just depends on how I have a lot of little bumps. Like it bumps from the hard floor here in the kitchen into the carpet. It bumps from the carpet into the wood floor. It bumps from the wood floor to the carpet. There's these little. If it can do that, I'm good. If it can't do it, then it's gonna fucking suck. But whatever. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. So I gotta go gather that shit up and try to get this thing ready to go. Peace. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.